What's happening, people, and welcome back to my channel. I want to touch on it's official. Iraola is the new Liverpool manager. Signed in out 7:30 last night officially. I want to touch up on Diomande. Liverpool have begun talks with RB Leipzig, and I want to touch on Gakpo handing in a transfer request. And I just would like to say if you could just please like and subscribe. It helped me get to 120 subscribers. It costs nothing and it just helps me. And I'll create more content on a daily basis for you, and I'll go live and answer any questions in the comments section. If so, it would be much appreciated if you can do that. But let's touch up on Iraola on the club's website. Here we go. We can confirm as only Iraola has agreed a deal to become the club's head coach ahead of the 26-27 season. When he has signed in a 2-year deal, which I touched up on my last video and explained the reasons why. But if you haven't watched that video, after you've watched this one, just go back and I'll break down, in my opinion, why it's only a 2-year deal. But now we can start getting the ball moving now with transfers, and the players who are not in the World Cup can implement his style of play in a much longer period. And let's get to the getting back and getting the players he needs and the players he wants. But I'm really excited. I want the World Cup just to start and finish. I'm just so excited to start pre-season and get on our style of play and just bear with me. And just watch the team. Just get the players he needs, and it's not really much to say than what I've already said in my previous videos, but I just thought I'd just do a video for you that it's official now. Signed a 2-year deal, and I just can't be arsed with the World Cup. I just need pre-season to start. I've booked my tickets for the Monaco and the Como games, so I can't wait to watch them live and see his tactics live. Because going the game and watching on telly, it's when you look at like deep into it with the tactics and the style of play, you see it on a much more level watching it live. So I'm really excited. I can't wait. But yeah, people, Antonio Iraola is officially Liverpool manager. Now, David Ornstein dropped a bomber. Well, people are saying it's a bomber, but for me, I just think it's something we already know, but I just want to bring it to you. Just let me zoom in. Here you go. Liverpool made contact with RB Leipzig as Diomande pursuit steps up. LFC currently in the strongest position on the play side. If the 19-year-old winger moves, RB Leipzig determined not to sell. PSG interest remains firm, but less advanced than present. But that's something we already know with Diomande. We know we were already linked with him. He's probably our number one target for the Salah replacements. But people are saying it's a bomber, but I knew it was going to happen, that we were going to make an offer or at least talks weeks ago. So for me, it's not new. And apparently RB Leipzig 112 million now for him, which it's astonishing. I haven't watched him week in, week out, so I don't No, I don't like seen him personally throughout the season. I've seen clips. I seen the game yesterday. I thought he was dog shit yesterday. He burnt Canate once, and people are raving about it. Uh, but when he burns him, he lost the ball. I'm not saying he's a Adama Traore, but that's what Adama Traore does. Adama Traore can burn someone down the line and then lose it constantly. I'm not saying Diomande does that, but when people are raving about Diomande burning Canate, but then lose, what happened after that? He lost the ball. Adama Traore does that on a fucking weekly basis. And for 112 million, which obviously I know they're going to ask for more because they're going to get lowered, but there's been talks that a 95 million bids going in, and even 95 mil for a player who's had one good season, and we need to bring in at least 6, 7 players if we actually want to compete for the league and the Champions League, and maybe a little FA Cup run or League Cup run. We need 6 or 7 players, and have we actually got 95 million to spend just on one position, and 95 million on a player who has only had one good season, and I think he only scored 12 goals last season. So that's massively, because the market is absolutely dreadful for the right wing in who's available in today's current market. It is dreadful, and Diomande possibly is the best player out there on that market. But it's a big risk spending 95 million. If we can get it down to 70 and then cash in on Harvey Elliott in going the other way, then that's a fair deal. That's more acceptable. But for the prices what's been toting around social media, I really do think it's a big, massive risk playing that, because it's got to be. I'm not the fucking scout, so I don't know it's their job to do. But isn't this someone with his like potential could go for say 50? Achliush from Monaco, I think he's reported valued about 50 million. Wouldn't signing him be better than paying 95 for Diomande? I just don't know with this one, because I haven't watched them week in, week out, so I don't know. I've watched clips. Some clips I'm thinking, wow, that's magnificent. And I'm watching other clips saying, Adama Traore does that on a weekly basis. And this Bundesliga nonsense was signed from the Bundesliga. There's not many players from the forward line who's come to the Premier League and smashed it. All I can think of is Kevin De Bruyne, attacker, but he's a midfielder / attacker. Leroy Sané. But I can name loads who was flopped. Like your Timo Werners, your Christian Pulisic, Florian Wirtz hasn't even lived up to his price tag we paid for him last summer. That might have been because of the manager, but I'm going off based off what he's done. So I'm really torn between wanting him and maybe these better options like Achliush from Monaco could be a better option, and he's valued about 50 million. But leave me your thoughts in the comments. Would you pay 50 million for Achliush, or would you just go all out on Diomande for say 90? Right, I know we touted at 112, but if we can knock it down to 90, that's without Harvey Elliott going in the opposite direction. And I want to bring to you, on the last part, the rumours going on. I don't think it's true, but I just want to share it with you anyway. Where are we? There we are. According to Soccer News, I don't know who they are. Cody Gakpo has submitted a transfer request according to a report in Soccer News. In the Netherlands, he cannot see a future with Liverpool without Arne Slot. Should Liverpool listen to offers for the Dutchman? Now, personally, I just think that's bollocks. I think it's a load of shit. Cody Gakpo handing a transfer request, he might be something in it, but the part where he says he can't feature for Liverpool without Arne Slot, but Arne Slot didn't buy him, Jurgen Klopp bought him. So he's already played for one manager without Arne Slot at the club, and Arne Slot didn't bring him in. So I think that part's bullshit. But with him to answer a transfer request, I hope he has. He's the most disliked player for me. I can't stand him. I just think he's absolutely woeful. I don't think any manager, I don't even think Pep Guardiola can get the best out of him. I just think he's a squad player at best. But if we're looking to cash in and someone offers, say, 40, 50 million, bite their hands off and take it. Because I'd rather go and get like a Barcola and use Rio as the backup rather than Gakpo. Or get a hybrid between a left winger and a striker who can play both. Someone like Anthony Gordon who can play in both positions comfortably. The rumours going around with a Leo fella, Pardo was someone who can play left wing and striker. Bring him as backup winger and a backup striker. But I hope to God it is true with Cody Gakpo handing a transfer request, because he's absolutely fucking garbage. I'd sell him for a tenner. I'd even sell him for a pack of Haribos. I just want him out of my club. He is absolutely horrendous, and he won't improve. So I hope he has a good World Cup, and then get his price tag up and then cash in on him. I'd rather sell Gakpo and bring in Will Wright as a backup, or Jaden Dand as a backup striker, than playing Gakpo backup striker. And use the youth and use part of Gakpo's money to get a quality elite player, or just below a world class player. Someone like Barcola who's just below world class. Use his money for him. But yeah, people, once again, if you can just please like, subscribe, help me get to 120 subscribers. And because I want to go live every day, I want to interact with you, so I want to answer all your questions, whether it's football related or just anything. I'll answer your questions. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. It might be around the same time when I release another video, or if these being updates or an official bid, I might do another video or go live. It depends, because I've still got family over, so I'm struggling a bit to release videos and stuff, because I want it to be obviously quiet, like professional as I can, without noise in the background. But yeah, people, if you can just smash the like, subscribe, and up the fucking Redmen.